Hello. Hi, any Patreons or channel members watching this on the replay. Thank you for your continued support, allowing us to do what it is that we do. Who's in the house? Plant-based Fits, you're first. You with the internet for today. Vegemet Codbod. Bat plays Ahoy Mahoy Yoy Soy Boys. Good point. Andrew Gutner's here as always. Jake Server, what's up, legume lads and ladies? Andrew Gutner, they should remix that. It gets boring, to be honest, for me. Well, I'm so sorry that this free service is not entirely to your liking. I will immediately spend a load of money on a new theme and then commit harikiri or seppuku. Of course, in the meantime, you could just turn the volume down. I'm not bitter, I swear. Zendao, Hench Herbivore needs more soothing music. Lounge, jazz or whale music.
It's not its thing.
Yuck. Pomodorino's in the house. How are you doing? Is this a bit loud, this music?
Yeah, it is.
Do you want to just turn him down? It's on the right.
How's that?
I think that's good. Zendog, did anyone catch Eddie Hall Day of Eating vid? Couldn't believe he's gotten worse in terms of diet and health damage. I've done a video. You've not even watched my video, have you? There's two people who I don't like anymore.
Oh, no.
Half Greeks in the house. Mark Crossy, Richard Benham, Half Greek again. Go Vegan Jackson, Kelly Maddock. We've got loads of members. It's lovely.
We're doing that, by the way, because we're saluting the people that are channel members.
We're saluting the
members.
members.
Army.
Oh, and just to say, this Wednesday will be a members-only stream. We were meant to do one last week, but we forgot. So this coming Wednesday, 6 p.m. GMT, members and Patreon only. If you're not a member or a Patreon yet, I mean, you can do the Patreon thing for $1 a month, and it's basically like a more exclusive.
It's a more intimate hangout than we
yeah.
have, isn't it? Yeah.
Cat.
And sometimes we do a meditation at the end if anybody wishes to participate in that.
Ordinarily, that will be the first Wednesday of the month, so that's going to be like that going forwards.
Cowboy.
Vegan Gaze is in the house. She needs more subscribers. She's so great. So
She likes
subscribe
animals.
to her.
She's a fan of Jerry.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Cowboy?
Do you mean Jeff? The hell are you on
God,
about?
who's Jerry?
Vegan Big Cat's in the house. Subscribe to him. He's got a lovely pet named Jeff. So Stacey Langley's there. Acidity Wormhole. Good to see you.
Cowboy.
Jeff Carter. Hello. I heard that eating too many carbs, whole grain or not, will still put you at risk for diabetes. Thoughts on this? Well, if you're eating like 1 million carbs, like say like 200% of your RDA for calories, maybe. The other thing would be if you have intramyocellular lipids. So if you've got like fat stuck inside your muscle cells, because you're eating like a lot of fat, with as alongside, particularly animal fats, alongside the high carb diet, yeah, you can't develop diabetes. So diabetes basically, type 2 is fat inside muscle cells. So carbohydrates can't make you develop diabetes. They can give you the symptoms of diabetes, which can be like high blood sugar, but that's generally if you've got fat inside the muscle cells blocking signaling. Now, you want to eat a high carb, lower fat diet to avoid T2, or potentially reverse it if you've already got it. Alistair, thank you for that interview you posted. It really resonated with me because I also suffer with emotional eating due to childhood abuse. Bless you. I'm sorry to hear that. I think his explanations helped me understand my issue better. Yeah.
Understanding
right,
is really
isn't it?
important for healing, isn't it? Really important. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really key. Thanks for the love, and I hope that you, get your own healing on the go. Have you got any words of wisdom?
I don't know.
Why is your head half the size of mine today?
I'm sitting a bit further back, aren't I?
Oh.
Yeah.
You do a lot of sort of trauma type.
Yeah, I think because they've not asked the question has made me feel a bit blank. Emotional, yeah. So I used to do emotional eating too. Like counselling, like it's trying to cover something up, So you've got to figure out what am I trying to cover up, and yeah, we're all just trying to meet our needs in roundabout ways all the time. Sometimes rather than direct ways, because we might learn, I can't get that need met in a healthy way, so we try and meet our needs in unhealthy ways, and we're just trying to avoid our pain and suffering. But yeah, counselling and meditation, all that great stuff that helps you to free yourself from your pain. The knock-on effect is like addictions fall by the wayside. Sometimes it's not like you have to focus on, I need to heal this addiction. It's, what's it trying to cover up? Like, work on that.
You might enjoy the previous interview I did, if you haven't seen that, which was yesterday with Adam Sud, who...
Oh, I assumed that's what he was talking about.
No, I just put up the video with Jason Gardner.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I assumed maybe he was talking about the other one. Oh, right, okay. Both great.
So,
So he's like studying a plant-based diet, isn't he, for helping with addiction?
with addiction, yeah.
Amazing.
So, in his case, he was chemically addicted, but the food thing, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's exactly the same thing. But he's got some really wise words. I would suggest you follow him, Plant-Based Addict on Instagram. He's got so much great info.
And all of these things that we do for pleasure, they're all on the same neural pathway, drugs, like food. So if it's like overstimulated from any of that stuff, it's the same pathway. So it's like the same Well, I don't know if this is exactly true, but it can be like the same way to heal for all of these addictions because it's the same.
Well, it's the root cause, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
thing, not the chemical or not the
Yeah.
substance or
Yes.
not the action that you're addicted to. It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
you have to treat like the
Underlying
trauma.
problem.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me years ago, like you learnt about. Then when you eat like a healthy diet, you're not overstimulating your stuff. Like you can enjoy life more, you know. And when people used to, I came across videos and people were like, "Oh, I feel so good on this smoothie," and I just think like, really, like, I just couldn't imagine that someone could say that they felt really good on whole foods and like high on life, like, because I just had to, you know, take a load of drugs before to feel good, you know. But it is true, like the more you reset things and your neural pathways aren't so like overstimulated from all these like hyperpalatable foods or drugs or alcohol or sex addictions, whatever it is, like
My ears picked up then.
you know, then you can enjoy everything in life more, you know, like enjoy like a cuddle and you could cry with joy, whereas before you have to be on ecstasy for that. So it's true.
Vegan something's in the house. Evening to you, Tiki Mikla. We're having a good evening. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. JCC PG. I'm a soy boy and I drink raw soy milk straight from the glass. That's hardcore. Well, you are welcome.
Level 10 vegan.
Hey you, do you think more vegans should start YouTubes? Yes.
If they want to. Only if they want to.
I think like we've all got our own passions and abilities and, you know, whatever works. Like YouTube is the most consumed
Content?
entertainment, is it now?
Yeah, I believe
Bigger
so.
than TV and whatever.
So they can bloom and charge you now to get rid of the ads, those buggers.
Yeah. So, yeah, obviously there's a lot of eyes on it. But, you know, whatever you can do, not everyone's, like, comfortable being on camera or
Yeah.
whatever. I certainly wasn't when I first started. But I think we should all try to do something, whatever we're able, be it, like, cooking or street activism.
Vegan tea.
Vegan vest in the gym while you're training. You do you, but use your own unique abilities and you know, go with your passion, because if you're not passionate about something, you're not going to keep it up.
Good words.
Wood Girds, vegan gaze. Yeah, subscribe to her. She eats those subs up. Yum, yum, yum.
Don't forget in the special emojis, if anyone hears something that they think is good words in the stream, post the good words emoji.
Ah, yeah, good words. How do I do that? Like, isn't there a keyboard shortcut or something?
There is. It's probably just as quick to post it like that, I think.
Boom.
Is it?
Wood Girds. Sarah Foy is in the house. I don't know if I've met you before. How are you doing, Sarah? Where in the world are you? How's the vegan scene? And all that guff. We like to welcome people to the stream. Vegan Gaze, I love Cowboy too. What a sweetie.
Yeah.
He sure is. You're welcome. Jeff, Vegan Realist is here. Good to see you. Good words.
Who's seen Paul's newest video today? It's a very good one. Very good indeed.
Oh, it's my mate from school. Hey, Paul, Mr. Beeden here. Mr. Lee Beeden. How are you doing? Loving all the content. Keep up the good work, buddy. That's very kind of you to say so. I really appreciate you, brother. Thanks for joining. Nice
Were
to see
you
you.
in a class together, or was he?
No, he was more friends with Paul Codling.
Oh, I remember
Yeah, I
Paul
sort of knew him
Codling.
through him kind of thing, more or less.
Very good.
He's good stuff, and he's been vegan years, old Paul. He sort of was more of a
He
quiet
had that
one.
little boy was really cute, and the little girl, didn't he?
Tell everyone what you said. That boy really laughed.
Oh no!
Oh, come
No,
on.
you said it, didn't you, or did I say it? One of us said.
Well, you said, like, we've all got one if you think about it.
One of us said,
I've got a hole in my
got
bum.
a hole in my bum, and he laughed. And then I said, we all laugh if you think about it. And he went, oh yeah, and he's really laughing. He's only little. He was really cute.
Vegan Mooncat, subscribe to him. Gemma, Paul forced me on YouTube so you can all blame him for my nonsense.
I love your nonsense. Carry on.
Yeah, you've got a good brand of nonsense. So thank you for your kind words, Mark. I really appreciate you saying that.
Do you all want to hear something fun that happened to me last night? Not that. Get your mind out of there. I had a lucid dream, and I think I made it happen. I watched this video and someone said that what they do is in the day, they say to themselves, is this a dream? They say it like over and over. So I wrote a note on my phone where I look to write my shopping list or whatever. So every time I look at that, I see it and then I remember, okay, is this a dream? And I know it's not a dream, but I'm just like training my brain to question, is this a dream? I only did it for about 2 weeks, like asking it about 4 times a day. And then last night, in my dream, my mind said, is this a dream? And I went, oh, yeah, this is a dream. And then I was really excited and I had this lucid dream where I knew what was going on. And then in the dream, I woke up in the dream, but I was still asleep. I thought I was awake and then it went on like that. It was really a bit weird, but yeah, I'm really excited to see if anyone else wants to try it and if it works for them.
What did you fly around? Did you go invisible? Did you go in the girls' locker room?
That's more your fantasy, isn't it? Well, my old cat.
I've ordered my X-ray specs.
My old cat was there, who's not around anymore, and
Old
I
Rampy.
knew it was a dream, but I really loved him and appreciated him, and I can't really remember what else
That's
I did,
nice.
but I just knew it was a dream. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee, you look happy and healthy, Paul. Thanks, bro. Great to see you. Inspiring stuff you're doing. Keep spreading the love. I will do, and thank you for being so kind. Hey, you. Very cool lucid dream. Taking a maca really helped me remember my dreams. And from nothing to remembering almost every dream. Wow.
Wow, that's really cool. You don't remember a lot of dreams, do you?
No.
Yeah, I remember every night I can tell you some crazy dream I had. It's funny how some of us really remember and some of us don't. Interesting.
I think it's a lot to do with if your sleep is more broken and you sort of wake up after some sort of REM, you can tend to remember things more. I think that's part of it.
Okay.
Mooncat, I'm even more protein deficient than Paul, so it was easy for him. Vegan something. Sometimes if I lucid dream, I get so excited the dream fades out and I quickly try to cling on, but I wake up before I can have fun.
Oh.
That sucks.
I hadn't had a lucid dream in years. I used to have the odd one, but yeah, so excited that happened. I want it to happen again.
Yeah.
Some crazy thing.
Oh, Sandy's here. How you doing, lovely? Sandy Tyrrell White. Hi guys, nice to see you. Looking good. Love from London. Thank you. How are you getting on, Sandy? It's nice to see you in here. Who's got any questions for old Paul today?
Yeah.
It's a bit slower in here today, isn't
It's
it?
a quieter stream.
Well, there's a few people in here.
Where is everybody?
Why aren't you saying nothing?
What's going on?
Hey you, maca contains minerals including magnesium, and I'm probably deficient normally. Magnesium regulates sleep. Yeah, you want to be eating lots of green veggies. We want to be eating them anyway because they're important for good health, but they are very magnesium rich. Sarah Foy, I remember mine because I get regular bad nightmares. I think like some people have positive experiences in the night. Bless your
I
heart.
used to get a lot of nightmares, loads, really bad. But since I've been having counselling the last few years, I rarely get them now. So I think that's what's helped. I'm not sure.
As a lad, like I would have dreams of being like sort of bullied and beaten up and chased and stuff. And then into my later life, as I did martial arts and door work and lifted weights and learned to stick up for myself, the dreams would then, the bad dreams would be someone's trying to pick on me and then I've really hurt them and then I'm worried about going to prison. So you can't win. But I'd never really have ones where I'm on the receiving end of things. I suppose a lot of your dreams is sort of just making you consider life and like perhaps you're like the female and you're not been able to train for a while, so you perhaps feel not as strong as you'd like and all that.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So it's your subconscious, like just playing things out.
Yeah, like rehearsal. Or I think it's more the emotional state that you have in a dream that's important. That tells you something. Because this all seems like nonsense, don't it? You can't work it out sometimes. But I think how you feel, that's the thing to look for.
Yeah. Mark Crossy, great video, hence regarding Eddie's food and vitamin intake. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you saying that. Sandy, I'm good, but my vegan Airbnb is still... I didn't know you had a vegan Airbnb. That's very good. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Ah, what a swizz.
What a crappy time for a lot of us with the old lockdown.
Isn't it just?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to give you a bit of promotion once you're up and running again, see if we can get some people down there for you. Sarah Foy, do you know any good guided meditations? That's more your thing.
Yeah, I've been getting, well, I've just been watching guided ones on YouTube for a long time, but recently I've got into Joe Dispenza.
Jeff.
Yeah, so I've recently read his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and it's my favourite book. I've now nearly read it actually a second time round, or listened to it on Audible, and his recommendations for guided meditations, they're on YouTube, like for free, so you can listen to them, and I've been doing them like every morning and feeling really good, actually. So that's my recommendation of where to go. He bases everything that he like teaches off of like science, like proof of how certain things affect the brain. He's done like thousands of brain scans, so some 10 years of research to find out the best way to influence people, how to affect like change, like to make us happier and healthier and all that stuff. Yeah, very much recommend him. What is Jeff the vegan dog? 264.
Super chat. Jeff the vegan dog kindly donated £2.60. Shark did diddly diddly shark did diddly 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 shark. Now I've not gone mad. Anything 64 is the shark activation code. Do you know I'm nearly half a century old and I'm effing around with some plastic sharks? And this is my job. This is how I make money. It's good, isn't it? And my teacher said I'd never amount to anything. Stop messing about. Now I get paid to mess about. Jeff the vegan dog. Say my name, I dare you. Jeff, saviour of the universe.
I'm honestly starting to get confused whether his name's Jeff or Jerry, if I'm honest with you. I said Jerry earlier, which is his name, isn't it? But I think I said that by accident, thinking that his name was Jeff. So I'm just doing the same as you, me and Kat. I'm getting confused now and don't know what his name is. Poor little bugger.
Poor little Jeff.
Yeah.
Stacey Langley, apparently in dreams, clocks don't move and your hands and feet distorted throughout the day. Look at clocks and your hands and ask, am I dreaming? Went out with lucid dreaming, I'm yet to have one.
Interesting. Yeah, can't say I've thought, seen a clock or my hands or feet in a dream. Thanks, yeah, interesting.
Bat plays. Jan Cockle, or Jan Cockle, I guess. What is your opinion on polyphasic sleep patterns? Sleeping twice or more in a 24-hour period compared to sleeping once in a 24-hour period? I don't know. From what I know of the circadian rhythm, in chronobiology, they've only really looked at monophasic and they say to sort of go to bed when the sun goes down and get up as the sun comes up. And that's what I've been doing and I'm really thriving. But I know in some countries they have like a siesta, don't they, where it gets really hot. And I used to have a snooze in the day, but since I've really sorted out my eating habits, healthy lifestyle, training, and actually getting adequate sleep at night and going to bed when I'm tired and getting up when I wake up, no alarms, I've just not been drawn to. So I don't know that it's, who's to say what's optimal really? According to the chronobiology, I would likely say that perhaps the monophasic is perhaps more normal, more usual. But I don't know. I don't know that any sort of science has been done about sleeping twice in a day. Oh, it'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it? I can't be asked. I'm getting all my sleep in one go, and then I'm up and I want to just smash the day. So I wouldn't be drawn to doing it. So I'm hoping that it's not better because I don't want to. Sandy tried Burdock root recently for constipation. It didn't go well. Oh, sorry to hear that. So, yeah, constipation. Typically, the main thing, isn't it, is to eat a lot of soluble fibre. Not so much the insoluble fibre, but the soluble fibre from things like fruits and veggies. But I imagine you're doing that. Of course, hydration is important. If your magnesium's low, that can be an issue. And if your magnesium's too high, you will have the squirt. So that's a good thing to sort of get in order.
Yeah, so I've got thyroid disease, so I can get constipation from time to time, and that's not food related. That's due to your thyroid regulates your metabolism and all this sort of stuff. Goji man recommended for me some ginger tablets and something called Iberogast. You spell it how it sounds, Iberogast. Some little drops that I put in a drink. I don't know if that's suitable for everyone, so you might want to look into what that is. So I took some of those, and Dr. B, he recommends psyllium husk and acacia, is it called? Fibre. So what are they called? Prebiotics?
Yeah.
So he reckons he's a fan of
types of fibre,
prebiotics. So I've got all of those things, and then I just put a tiny bit of each of those in if I need to from time to time. That gets things going for me.
Yeah. Vegan something. I'll ask a question. Thank you. Do you have any specific goals that you want to resume post lockdown? Yeah, I was putting some mass on, some muscle mass. So that was frustrating that I got sort of stymied. I just about got to where I was before. And then there's the lockdown again. So that was frustrating. And really, we were looking to start this new business, which we're not really allowed to talk about, which we sometimes go on about, which may entail moving to London and a lot of big changes. But yeah, that's been kind of stymied as well. So that's anything for you specifically, Gem?
I'm just working on my mental and physical health all the time. Lately, my new thing is meditating up to an hour a day, and yeah, just trying to keep up with some things that help my fitness, a bit of walking and cycling. Yeah, all I want to do after lockdown really is just to see more people, just to get out of the same four walls a bit more often and just see people. That's my goals.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Ocean Ramon. I've been vegan for a year now, but somehow I had food poisoning this morning.
Oh.
You know how this is possible? Maybe meat cross-contamination. I'm in the woods alone, so I doubt it. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense, would it?
How do you know it was food poisoning? Is my question.
So some plant foods can be a bit iffy, can't they? You're not meant to mess around with rice.
Yeah, you shouldn't really keep rice for too long, and some people say you shouldn't reheat it, but I mean I do. I've not had a problem, but
I think
day.
it's okay if you sort of fast cool it down and have it refrigerated and then straight in onto the heat. You shouldn't have it hanging about in between times. I think there's something like that anyway.
Okay. Kidney beans can be bad if they go a bit past their best. They're quite dangerous, aren't they?
And just if you've got sort of bacteria have got on your fingers or on your feet, some of the healthiest foods, alfalfa sprouts. There's several people become sick every year because of the sort of fertilizer stuff like manure and things used in the growing, and it gets inside the little sort of crevices of the sprout. Really healthy food, but can put you in hospital. So it's cleaning things and cooking things properly and stuff like that. Super chat. Insomnia Core kindly donated $2.79 Canadian. Question: how has your day been? #vibe check. There's no question. Oh, there is a question, but it's just a nice question, isn't it? They're not after anything. They're just supporting their local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers.
Out of the kindness of their heart.
I've had a pretty blinking good day. The last 2 days I've just been working really hard, but I don't mind. I'm feeling accomplished. And then tomorrow we'll take the day off together and I'll really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
a day off making videos, but we'll still do Instagram content.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice and we'll feel like we've earned it. Yeah.
But just lately, I've been really enjoying the cold showers, going sort of mad on those and the meditation. And I just noticed that I'm feeling very calm and relaxed, no no anxieties at all. Just feeling really, really well, and just really.
Luciano just subscribed. Better say before it goes off the screen because I don't think it's.
Luciano, if you're in the stream, welcome. Tell us all about you if you want to.
I've had a great day. I'm really getting into cold showers, and I never thought I'd say that.
You're just copying me.
I never thought I'd be a person to be into cold showers. Like, you know, I used to like having hot baths, like as hot as possible. So I never thought that would be me. But God, like you feel so invigorated afterwards. And actually, I've been doing it for a few weeks now and doing it a bit longer. And it's almost to the point where I can't make it unbearable. And I get out and I actually feel like I don't know, like I've had some endorphins released or something. And maybe you do because like maybe it's uncomfortable, so your body's trying to help you out by releasing something. I feel like there's got to be some kind of chemical component because I just get out and I kind of feel like I'm on drugs. I know what that feels like because I did used to do drugs a very long time ago. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Yeah, Wim Hof says you get high on your own supply, and it really feels like that. And I'm not going to miss a day now. I very much like starting my day like that. Half Greek. I haven't had a nightmare in years. I love dreams where I'm flying. I'm free. I get like vertigo when that happens. Freaks me out. Yvonne's in the house. Nice to see you. Nancy G, got to get back on the vegan wagon. Fell off a month ago. Oh, so what's happened? And you know, what's your sort of pain point? And can we help you in some way? Yeah. Anthony Danino, hey guys, does eating eggs daily increase the risk of heart disease or not? Yes. Seems to be so many articles on both sides. My brother has 2 a day. So what happened was. You might remember a Time magazine cover, and it had like a butter curl on a fork, and it said "Fat is back." And a study was done, funded by the egg board, funded by the egg industry, and they looked at people eating 1, 2, or 3 eggs per day and the difference to their serum cholesterol, and there was virtually no difference. So you might think, oh, you can eat as many eggs as you want, it doesn't matter, it doesn't raise the risk for heart disease. Well, cleverly, what the scientists did is they were just studying a sick population. There was no control over the rest of their diet, so they were probably eating masses of fat, and cholesterol, like most people do. And so after a certain point, it's irrelevant how much fat, and cholesterol and trans fats extra you add in. It makes virtually no difference to your serum cholesterol. But where they pulled the wool over everyone's eyes is they did not have a control group. And for this, you would need like a whole foods vegan cohort where they're not eating trans fat, and cholesterol, or certainly not as much saturated fat, and not the long and very long chain triglycerides that tend to give you heart disease more. And what you would have seen in that instance is their serum LDL, which is the only critical risk factor for heart disease, that would have been through the floor to the point where you can't form atherosclerosis, versus 1, 2, or so whole foods vegan there, you know, really low LDL, 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, high, not much different, but very high, versus little, and that's it. That's it. The trouble with studies is 90% of them are funded by the industries that stand to profit from a favourable outcome. And for that reason, these studies are 4 to 8 times more likely to be positive for that food, for that, you know, for that industry in a good light. Whereas if you look at independent studies from like research institutes, like, universities and stuff, you know, with no bias, with no financial backing from the egg industry, for instance, that they virtually always find that animal products are harmful, you know. So follow the money. What do the top health authorities in the world say? They say eat more fruits and vegetables, eat less, you know, meat, eggs, like high fat dairy. The USDA says eat more fruits and vegetables, eat less fat, and cholesterol. So when it's a positive thing, they're saying the food, eat fruits and veg. When it's a negative thing, they're saying components. They're not saying
meat and eggs and cheese. They're saying chemical components. The reason for that is a lot of people don't really know what that means. The reason why they do that is because they have a twin mandate whereby they are charged with protecting public health, but also promoting agriculture, including animal products. So the truth is there plainly for everyone to see. You just need to be able to kind of read between the lines, I guess I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Good words.
Eggs are horrible. They've got the most cholesterol of any food, and they have massive amounts of choline. Now, we do need, possibly we need a small amount of choline. It seems to be more conditionally essential. So if your diet is poor, if you're low B12, low methionine or low folate, you may need a bit more choline. But you can get choline from a whole foods plant-based diet. It's particularly high in grains, legumes, and the brassicas, like the cruciferous vegetables. When you eat an overabundance of choline, it's turned into trimethylamine by pathogenic gut bacteria. Once that oxidizes in the liver, that stuff will kill you. It is known as the molecule from hell. You don't want an elevated TMAO count. And two things do that: choline, so that's like eggs, and then carnitine, which is like your meat and fish and dairy.
Cowboy.
Hi, Sandy Tyrrell is in near Portobello Road. Very cool. Super chat. Insomnia Care, you lovely person. They donate another $6.99 Canadian. I don't eat all that much. I used to have issues with omega-3 and iron. What should I eat that contains lots of it? So for omega-3, you want at least a couple of tablespoons of ground flax or chia a day. To be like extra sure, you could go up to like 3.5 tablespoons a day. I would go with one of flaxseed and then say 2.5 of chia seed. It needs to be ground, or the chia needs to be, you know, like softened, like in a chia pudding or something like that. And now, if your omega-6 is no more than about 4:1 and you've got that much omega-3, you should be fine. However, some people are really unlucky and perhaps they have a genetic predisposition whereby they cannot elongate the ALA, so like the plant version of omega-3, up into EPA and DHA, which are the active, what we maybe call like animal like versions. And of course, we're animals, so normally we can do that ourselves. You may be unlucky and you may not be able to. So there is some science to suggest that we ought to add in 250 milligrams of DHA or a combined EPA-DHA algae oil supplement a day. I do. It's not expensive, and I see it as a fail-safe, basically. In terms of iron, that should be a non-issue, really. If you're eating a healthy diet, if you're eating a junk food diet of just crisps and donuts and fizzy drinks, yeah, that might be a worry. If you're eating a healthy diet of mostly legumes, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs and spices, I can't remember now. I think on the lowest amount of calories I've ever prescribed anyone when I was a nutritionist, so like a female on a weight loss diet, just by emphasizing those foods, she was getting like 3.5 times the RDA for iron. That's without specifically seeking out particular foods. Of course, like leafy greens are some of the better ones, legumes, but it's in all the things. It's really, you know, if you're eating a poor diet, yeah, that might be a worry. If you're eating a half healthy diet, you should get at least double. And that's on a sort of half-healthy diet. So that's really not a nutrient of concern.
You could just put your food into a chronometer, you know, for a few days and just see like what your nutrient levels look like. Chronometer is free to use on a laptop. I'll spell it out. Chronometer. One thing you want to look for is some items or products don't list all the nutrients. So say you type in spinach and then there's like 10 or 50, whatever different options you can pick. When you press on it, it'll tell you how many nutrients are listed. So the most it does is like 70 odd.
81.
81. Okay, so yeah, if it says like 19 nutrients listed or whatever, I'll pick another one, because otherwise it's not going to make my things look accurate.
So for that plan I was then talking about, she basically got 66% of her iron from a can of lentils, 65% from a can of tomatoes. So that's, like 1.3 times your RDA before you start. Spinach, like 100 grams is 33%. Oats, 100 grams, 31%. Well, that might have been 75 grams actually. Quinoa, 75 grams, 25%. Sweet potato, probably like a couple of 100 grams of sweet potato, 23%. 100 grams of kale, 20% of your RDA. Like 5 medium mushrooms, 18% of your RDA. And then like 150 grams of mixed berries, 10% of your RDA. So, like I say, like that was 3.67 times the minimum RDA. Another thing to think of is some foods aid absorption. So vitamin C is the classic thing we think of. I heard today, I was listening to Brenda Davies on Rip Esselstyn's Engine 2 podcast, and she's the co-author of that book that Gemma and I always big up, Becoming Vegan. And she was saying, I think she said cloves, ginger, garlic. There's probably a couple of others, but these really aid iron absorption also. So again, it's that thing of
Food synergy.
wow.
I know it.
Food synergy. So nutrients in one ingredient. If you're having several ingredients at each sitting, nutrients in one ingredient can amplify the health benefits of nutrients in other ingredients. And the net result is you get more antioxidant action, you get more anti-cancer action, you get more iron absorption. What is it that blocks iron? Is it dairy? Dairy is horrible for iron, isn't it?
Antacids? Or am I thinking of something else?
Don't know. Probably. I mean, antacids, you need your stomach to be acidic.
There's
And oftentimes when people sort of think they've got an issue, they've actually got the reverse issue and they've got a too alkaline stomach.
I think it's calcium. They block calcium absorption. Something I thought I heard. And caffeine as well.
Caffeine and iron, yeah. So you don't want sort of caffeinated beverages around your meal times particularly. But again, if you're getting 3.67 times your RDA, you probably don't need to worry.
Was it calcium? Was it caffeine for iron, or was it calcium that interfered? Oh, I can't remember now.
Calcium, iron, I think.
Okay.
That place, cat in a box. Nancy G is going to try and make more vegan friends. Yeah, that's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are tribal. We are like sort of a herd animal, and we need community, and we need people who understand us. And I can imagine that it can be difficult if you're on your own. I really can. So we're quite blessed because we live in the most vegan city in the whole of the UK. So short of like moving to Norwich, perhaps consider starting up your own vegan meetup group if there's not one, or maybe seek one out. Maybe you've got one already in the area and you can go and meet people. We did, didn't we? That was great for us.
I mean, at the minute you can only really do online stuff anyway. But you've come to a stream full of lovely people, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe have a look on Facebook places and see if there's a local meetup or something for when we can actually meet up again.
There's often events, isn't there? Like if you're in the UK, it's the big camp out this year, and there's like veg fests like all around the world. Definitely go to those because it's amazing. You walk in, the energy's so like buzzing. It's amazing because everyone's so happy they're in this place, and everyone feels like, oh, we're here with these like-minded people. There's all this stuff you can see that you don't often see so much, products and things, and it's just lovely. You really feel like you're part of a growing, wonderful community.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a fresh of breath air.
Yeah, that's the one.
That place, lentils are indeed a legume, as are beans, split peas, chickpeas, peas.
They're my favourite one, I think.
And peanuts, though nutritionally they're more like a nut.
I like chickpeas a lot, but I think lentils are my favourite right now because they digest so easy. Just easier than some of the other legumes for a lot of people. So yeah, if you ever feel a bit gassy after legumes, have more lentils. They're good stuff. I suppose they're like thinner, aren't they? Easier to digest. Is it that, or
there's something about them. They seem to break down a lot easier, don't they?
Yeah, I made a snack today, like these lentil koftas, and I've just followed this recipe. I thought I'd try them out, and I had to just like soak the lentils for 25 minutes, then drain them, and then mix them up with some other ingredients in a food processor. And I thought, I've not cooked them. Like this is going to turn out really bad. But I just made this thing, baked it, and it was lovely, wasn't it? And I didn't cook the lentils, but I guess that's how soft they are. It's great.
Mixing them up. Cassie's here, never you mind, it's good to see you. Yeah, we were right about the dairy. Space Ristov. I heard that flax seeds need to be ground right before eating because if you use already ground, they oxidize and lose their effect. What's your take on it? So, I mean, you don't have to do it immediately, and they can store in the fridge for a while once they're ground. You want it. It's like fairly airtight, but you don't have to do it immediately. But like the fresher the better.
We grind some up every like couple of weeks, don't we? Store them in a jar in the fridge.
Yeah, that's fine like that. Because they keep for months out, you know, if they're whole. You don't even have to refrigerate them because their shells are so thick, which is the reason you do need to grind them up. Just Kyle, have you managed to get a black sapote yet? I haven't, no. I haven't. We've tried just about everything else through exotic fruits, haven't we?
Yeah, but they do surprise us. Each week we get at least one thing that we've not had before, and I keep thinking, surely they're going to run out of things soon, but they do keep surprising us. It seems to be a bit blurry. Is it because I'm further away than you?
Likely. Wattled seed is nice. I've never heard of that. Nancy, I'll be not late. We'll see meetups, and yeah, you're gonna have loads of vegans and LA Veg. I want to get out to LA Veg Fest actually. I'm hoping to hook up with Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan.
They seem lovely, don't they? Those?
Yeah, they're really cool. Bombay's proud. I live in Colorado. Boulder is the best vegan area. Nice. There's hope for all of us. Did you know that Casey, I'm going to guess you're talking about vegetable police, is transitioning back to veganism?
Good.
What again? Anthony Danino, do you guys have any non-vegan friends? I feel agitated eating with them. I suppose we do. I don't. Or do we?
Well, we're lucky, you know. Sometimes if on occasion we hook up with some non-vegan friends, like they will accommodate and maybe make a vegan meal for us or whatever, you know. But I think anyone that's felt triggered or offended or judged by our new lifestyle over the time has maybe pulled away from us.
They're right to feel judged.
You know, and then we've made more vegan friends over time. So I think like in life, your circle of friends can constantly change. You can have some friends for life, but you know, some of the other friends can change around, and yeah, just naturally things have just changed, haven't they? And we definitely don't have people in our life anymore who would be highly judging us or criticising or whatever. We don't have anyone like that around. I can understand feeling upset when you're eating with non-vegans.
We chose not to eat with any non-vegans, didn't we? A few years back now.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not for us. We don't do it, but you know, we might be missing an opportunity to have a conversation. Or
cutting off our nose to spite our face. Ha!
Also, and influence people. So that's got to be a personal sort of call there, really. You'd hope if someone is a good friend that you could communicate, you know, about how you feel. But
stop eating animals, you B word.
It's not always easy because you say something like that, and obviously they're going to take offence. There's a book by Melanie Joy, Beyond Beliefs, about communicating with non-vegans about veganism. I recommend that, even though I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking at it on the bookshelf and thinking, when will I have time to read that damn book?
Asked in the UK, if you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I
What
love
a great
questions like
question.
this. They make you think about positive. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, would you rather die like this or this?" No, I don't want to think about that. I want to think about like positive things, you know.
Yeah.
You want to go first, or you want me to?
You go first.
I've thought about this kind of thing quite a lot. I would give money to everyone that I love and care about, so I'd spread the love, so that we could all feel like, you know, financially free. I would just like to have that feeling to know that everything I'm doing is always now because I want to do it. There's never any sense of obligation, or I should do some work because I need to bring some money in, like whatever. It would all just flow and be because it's what I want to do, you know, in life. That would be nice. Maybe set up a sanctuary. I like the idea of a sanctuary, I think. Maybe do some travelling. Move into a house that's just a little bigger, not much. Just like from a flat to a house, you know. So we have a little more room. Maybe a bigger kitchen for filming. That's about it, really.
Film crew, editor, and just make content.
Maybe you could have a nice room that's soundproofed and where the sound would be good for like filming and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
We will be having the opportunity, we should be able to, shouldn't we, with this new business, to do some travelling and meet animals at sanctuaries and...
It would be awesome.
And have a film crew and...
I'd like to attend more like retreats. So sometimes I'll see like, you know, Tony Robbins has got an event, or Joe Dispenza, like these life-changing events that you can go to and really get a massive amount of growth personally or, you know, emotionally, like whatever. I'd like to go to more of these things. Like some of these teachers I follow, they're so great, and then they do these more intensive, like 1 week or 2 week retreats or workshops. But they're always a lot of money, like often thousands of pounds, you know. So I think I would attend more things to really expand my consciousness and my growth and things. Yeah, if I had more money. What would you guys do if you won the lottery? What would you do with the money?
Well, that's a good question.
That's a great question, wasn't it?
Cassie made tofu scramble for the first time today with the recipe from our cookbook.
Oh, nice.
Where do you get your protein? I didn't add mushrooms because I'm not a fan. And I forgot to add the tomatoes. It was still delicious. Very good.
Nice. I invite you to try it with tomatoes next time. They really add something to it. Like there's a tofu quiche as well in that book. And just, I don't know, something... There's a certain flavour element that tomatoes really add to those tofu-based egg-style dishes. Yeah.
Right, this has just jumped. Let's hope for us all. Hopefully Casey will transition over a longish time so he doesn't get any problems. I fear that he will get problems because he's been eating so horrifically that he's he's like got leaky gut going on because he didn't have fibre to feed the colonocytes and keep the junctions tight. So he's got like sort of perforation, you know, like porous
He did already have problems, didn't he? Did Goji Man offer to help him? Yeah, he never did.
He needs to work with Goji Man, basically. He needs to run tests to see what damage he's done, treat that, and transition over slowly, yeah.
Yeah, he changes things too quickly, doesn't he?
It's very silly. Thanks, Space. Blood Hill, what do you say to those who claim abuses on farms are exceptions and rarities to dismiss?
The first thing I want to say is, like, what do you class as abuse?
Yeah.
Do you mean like kicking's not okay, but what
you
about
can shoot them in the head and slit their throats?
Yeah, that's okay. Like, depends what you class as abuse. Like,
I would say to them, if you're in a queue watching your friends and family being systematically executed in front of you, knowing you're next, pooing, weeing yourself, shaking like hell, almost passing out from fear, you might appreciate a few vegans, but because you're the oppressor and not the victim, you think it's fine. Psh, slap them around the head, tell them to wake up. Don't do that bit, it's not vegan.
You made yourself mad thinking about that.
People are just knobs. Vanilla Bunny, you're late, but it's good to see you. Bjorn Ironside, the Viking. Hello, I've been vegan for a while, but found your videos in January and got hooked on the whole foods plant-based thing. Aww. Nice, so thanks for making me healthier. You just made my day, Bjorn, and I love the Vikings show. You've made me doubly happy.
Aw.
Bjorn Lothbrook, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah Foy, Gemma, your top try is so cheery. Always puts me in a good mood.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Don't look.
Yeah. Vegan something. Nice answer, Gemma. I like that the money doesn't represent things to you, but freedom.
Yeah, thanks. And then I start thinking like, okay, so it's a feeling state I want. Like, how can I get that feeling state now? If you believe in like, you know, manifestation and that sort of thing, like, well, Joe Dispenza I've been listening to recently, he's like, you've got to create that feeling state to attract the event or the thing, or, you know, the life you want. So yeah, I'm focused on a lot more lately on what kind of feelings do I want to have, and trying to create those.
Insomnia Core kindly donated $2.79 Canadian. Got 2 meat eaters to become vegetarian. Baby steps. That's huge.
So you've got them to care enough to make a change, which is great. Yeah, good job.
No question, just supporting their local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers out of the kindness of their heart.
It's interesting. I wonder what it was that you said or did that made them want to make that change, and maybe you can use that to inspire them to make the full change. Yeah.
Right, Bjorn is struggling with zinc. So for zinc, I eat oats, lentils, quinoa, kidney beans, tomatoes, sweet potato, mushrooms, chia seeds, spinach, sunflower seeds. They are my top zinc. Oh, I'll tell you what is not on here would be pumpkin seeds. They're huge for zinc. Something else I eat.
Yeah, I've just posted the link again, chronometer.com. It's really your friend if you want to figure out what's in the foods that you're eating, and just how to get all your nutrients.
Angus Uchiha sounds Scottish/Japanese. Sorry I'm late. I've been on and off vegan for a couple of days. Nice. Vegetarian for probably more than a month by now. Good for you, my friend. Good for you.
And what is it that's inspired you to be doing that? And do you feel like you will make the full change? And if you've got any sort of questions or anything that we can help you with, please let us know.
David Charles, hi both. If, God forbid, either of you were diagnosed with the big C, cancer, not COVID, would you go down the conventional medical route, i.e. surgery, chemo, etc., or would you go for an alternative approach?
That's a really interesting question.
My gut reaction is I don't even want to think about it and entertain that in my physiology, because your thoughts can become your physiology. Not that you can... Do you know what I mean? It's probably not that serious, but
that's why I don't like
powerful.
Questions that are like, would you rather die like this or like this? You know. Yeah.
I don't know. I've not really thought about it. It's not the sort of thing I would dwell on. I would try to avoid the sort of conventional approach and go like mad on the healthy whole foods. But you know, I'm eating quite a lot now, so I think you would just have to do your research and find out what is the best option. And I don't know what that is at this stage, because it's not something I've really considered.
We can all say what we do, but then when it comes down to it, you can often feel like quite different about things. So I keep going on about it. I've listened to this Joe Dispenza book, and I'm watching a lot of his testimonial videos on his website of people who've healed different things through doing his work. And I feel like if I have an autoimmune disease already, so what I've decided is like I really want to commit to more meditation. I feel like meditation makes you free. You're sort of breaking free from yourself and your worries and your traumas and all the things that like then program your body for like dis-ease. Like, so you meditate and you just become sort of no one, you know, and you're not attached to that being that person anymore. That's what he's really going on about. And these people are doing these meditations maybe 1-2 hours a day, or they're going to retreats for a week, and like they're healing in an incredible way. These meditations are like activating the pineal gland, all this amazing stuff. So I think, my answer to that is like I would get well into meditation. Maybe I'd like meditate most of the day. I'll just keep doing it, you know, and like try to unprogram myself, you know, from the identity of being an ill person.
Peter Minkat would buy, if he won the lottery, the house next to Piers Morgan and use his PA system to play vegan speeches 24/7. That's pretty darn funny. Right, we should go and do some other things, would you say?
Yeah.
It's been really nice hanging out with you guys. I really appreciate your kind friendships, especially in this lockdown where we've got no IRL mates.
Yeah.
We're basically Billy No mates at this point.
We are.
Billy 77 mates though online. Thanks moderators for keeping us troll free. Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on our toast.
And the wolves from the
And the
door.
cameras rolling.
We're back on Wednesday for a members only stream. So if you're a channel member or Patreon, there'll be a link on the members tab on here or on Patreon for you to come. But if you want to come to it, to the more intimate hangout with us, you can be a patron for $1 or channel member for $4.99 on
Per
here.
month.
Per month, yeah. And what else to say? We'll probably do a meditation as well that day on Wednesday if you guys want to. We'll do a little poll on the day. And what else?
Follow us on the gram, hench_herbivore.
Gemma_herbivore.
Loads of great posts and stories and whatnot. You can keep up to date with what we're up to. Check out my couple of new videos I've done on my main channel on YouTube. A couple of great interviews, real important, critical inspiration from a couple of really inspiring guys who've really turned their lives around. There's a new study on vegan nutrition and early addiction recovery, and it's just smashed out of the park. It's going to blow the sort of that space wide open, basically.
You're looking to lose weight or recover from any kind of like addiction, those are two really good videos to watch for inspiration.
A couple
and
of really
advice,
nice guys who really were authentic and vulnerable and shared, and you know they overcame like attempted suicide or like the thought of suicide, and they're thriving now. They're really firing on all cylinders. Really great guys they are. You might like to follow them. The plant-based addict on Instagram. Plant-based addict. He's the one heading up this study, and then One Man 1 Year 150. My friend Jason. He's really great. He was 426 pounds, and then he's now a real healthy weight. He was depressed. He's now really thriving and wanting to. Like we're doing, like just help heal people, save animals, save the planet. Marcus, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, my friend.
Welcome to the army.
Welcome to the Herbivore Army.
Thank you. Hopefully see you on Wednesday for the members only stream.
Yeah, so Wednesday 6 p.m. GMT for that. The rest of you will hopefully see you Friday 6 p.m. GMT. And is that all the things? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, guys, have a lovely evening, and we hope to see you very soon. It's good night from me.
Good night from me.
Good night.